one ball.
It's just like the meatball.
To rule them all.
The meatball.
And in the darkness.
And in the darkness, testicular torsion.
Welcome to Fool of a Took. We are here tonight to talk about my favorite chapter that was taking place during chapter 10, which is The Black Gate is Closed.
Nope.
It's good start.
Not that.
The Black Gate is somewhat unlocked.
It's opened and shut and opened again.
The Black
is
Gate
ajar.
has a ring
The
camera.
Black Gate has been opened.
No.
Close.
The gate
Warmer.
is black.
No.
There's a lot of titles. We can argue about it. It's semantics. But the thing that is most important that has nothing to do with the title is that now everyone knows the Black Gate opens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it can.
It can open, yes.
Yes.
So last episode, Aragorn, Gandalf, Éomer, and Imrahil met after the Battle of the Pelennor Fields to plan their next move. They quickly realized strength alone would not win them the war, so they agreed to march 7,000 men to the Black Gate in the hopes of diverting Sauron's attention away from Frodo and allowing him time to reach Mount Doom and destroy the ring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear Pat's summary because this is a tall order to live up to. This is a chapter that was...
No pressure, Pat.
I mean, every single word was basically poetry. And
Yeah, this was
it's-
a perfect chapter.
It's important that the summary we give live up to Tolkien's poetry here and the amount of language he uses. So we have made sure to include every word that he uses in Pat's summary.
All 7 names for all the characters.
We're not going to
every
use it
language.
as many times as it gets used. Once you say the word the, you can't say it again. Aragorn once, Gandalf once.
Hey.
For a second, I thought you were going to say they decide to march 7,000 miles.
I would.
7,000 miles and I would walk
Only 3 of them
7,000
arrive.
more. Right? We've been there. We've had that story.
Yeah. They're all dehydrated.
Terrible. Legolas is like skipping ahead.
She's like, they probably don't feel very good. Jesus.
Oh my God.
That's the least of their problems.
If 3 people were going to make it back from that army, who is it?
Legolas.
Yeah, for sure. He's
Gandalf.
No, Gandalf didn't even make it all the way to there.
Shadowfast, though.
Does
Yeah,
it,
shut up.
now, does it count if Gandalf dies there and then gets found on a mountaintop again?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
He's like
then
the
Gandalf is
phoenix.
definitely.
He's a phoenix. He
Okay.
just keeps rising from the ashes.
Gandalf is currently the only person of this group of people who's learned how to fast travel.
Exactly.
Okay, but who's number 3 though?
Honestly, it's
Probably Aragorn.
Theoden's body.
Count as a person?
They ground him up and they ate him and they carried him.
No, I bet they deposited him somewhere after eating him.
into their gullets.
No, I agree with Laura. I think it's Aragorn, but I also think it's just Shadowfax and Legolas. That's it. Those are the last 3.
That's the only ones that are making it.
Oh man.
Big yike.
Yeah.
Big yike. Somebody's like, there's 7,000 men approaching, sir. Yike. It doesn't hit the same without the S. No.
Big yike.
Big yike.
Ah, yike.
Nope.
Has anybody said yike before? Let us know in the comments. We're getting a lot of comments right now. I just want to say thank you to our listeners. Keep commenting because it makes our day to read them, and we love arguing and arguing about your
Debating.
comments. And
Great debates.
masterful debatings. We love master debating it.
We sure do.
Yeah,
You walked right into that one.
yeah. I walked right into that one.
Yike.
Okay. All right. Are we good? Can we?
I think it's
Let's
time
go
we
in.
start this.
All
We're,
right, do we
we're all
wanna-
loopy.
do we wanna-
Listen, I gotta preface everyone listening to this episode with, we just ate like 6 pounds of baked ziti.
Yeah.
And like
meatballs.
multiple stuffed meatballs. So
And a lot of beans.
And we had a lot of beans. We're on one right now.
We're on a bean high.
Shit's about to get weird.
We're high on our
Your shit and my shit.
A lot of meat and a lot of beans. I'm so sorry.
Blasting.
Yep.
This whole chapter is about people getting done dirty.
For real. It's
lamb
7,000
shank.
people sign up for a suicide mission.
Yeah.
Because that's where we are when this chapter starts, right? We're 2 days out from the biggest victory that the Western Alliance has had. They've won the siege of Minas Tirith. They've won the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Theoden died. Denethor self-immolated. But we've got a whole new crop of leaders. This is fine. But also, it doesn't mean anything if we can't, seal the deal. And the plan for the follow-up lap, the victory lap, is to throw 7,000 lives directly at Mordor and hope for the best.
Directly into the fire.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, this is a chapter that it's about that journey, right? We get up to the battle. It takes 7 days for them to march from their victory to what may be their graves. And it is a fucked up ride. It's amazing every step of the way. And this chapter is dripping with like themes and messaging. Like, this chapter is 100% Tolkien grappling with what it means to be an individual trapped in a war that is inconceivably large, that you're in an event that is existentially horrific, and that as a single person, you don't have an impact. You just have to go along with it and hope you survive.
Yeah.
But one of the really interesting things about this chapter, on the flip side of that, is that we get to see an army at war, right? When we got to ride with the Rohirrim, it was an army riding to battle, to death, but also to glory. And Theoden found his eternal glory. This is the army of Gondor. This is the long defeat. These guys are marching to duty. They're marching to their doom. And that is how this chapter kicks off, right? 7,000 men, volunteers, are picked from the Rohirrim. They're picked from the garrison of Minas Tirith. They're picked from all the troops that come up from the south that get freed up by Aragorn and the Army of the Dead when they defeat the Corsairs of Umbar. Those are the people who are leaving to go carry on the next battle. A lot of the people being left behind are those that are wounded, including Faramir, Éowyn, and Merry. And Merry is the perspective we get at the start of this, and he is really upset just watching the army of the West leave. He sees them peel out, he sees them march away, but before he goes, Aragorn comes up to Merry and he's like, "Hey, bud, I know you're upset about being left behind, but don't worry. If we die, you're dead too.
Bye.
Bye. Peace, bud." So, enjoy it while it lasts, kiddo.
Mary's not so merry right now.
For real.
No, but it's also because like Pippin gets to go and Merry doesn't because Mary's injured.
Gets to go.
Well, he elects to go and he's part of the. I know.
Well, no. Does Pippin elect to go, or is Pippin elected to go to represent the Shire? That's a question.
I thought he was part of the Gondorian Guard still.
Well, technically, he was let go.
Technically.
True, but then if the guy who dies lets you go, then are you reinstated?
Right. Is it if your employer dies,
But they fired you.
or is it
You're still fired.
contractually? Are you
It
contractually?
depends. What does HR think?
That's fair. And Burgle, who's Beregond's son, is also not going, but he's sticking around with Merry. And he says, "Oh, Mr. Mariotic, don't worry. They've got King Elisar and my dad. Everything's going to be fine." And it's this moment that you're left with as a reader going, "Oh, fuck. Any amount of hope here is a childish dream," right? That's Merry is the realist. Burgle is the bullshit child's hope that everything's going to turn out okay.
I did think that was so clever on Tolkien's part to have the one person in this entire chapter that's filled with hope is a literal child.
Yeah. It is not very far for the army to march because what they're going to do is they're going to leave Minas Tirith. They're going to head east. They're going to cross the river Anduin. They're going to get out to the Mountains of Shadow. They're going to bang a left and go north. And then they're going to go all the way up. They're going to come down through Cirith Gorgor. They're going to come through the battle plain. And they're going to get to the Black Gate. And that's the way they've chosen to come in. They're going to go in the front door because when you do a frontal assault, that's all you can do, right? This whole exercise is about drawing attention to them.
Yeah.
So the army sets out. They leave Minas Tirith. By about noon, they get to the river Anduin. They get to the ruins of Osgiliath. Tolkien calls it the ruins of Old Gondor, which is a really cool throwback because Osgiliath is the old capital. It's ancient.
Yeah.
And remember Gimli talking shit on the new stonework done in Minas Tirith? Like, this is Old Gondor. This is the real shit.
Probably
And-
very impressed.
Probably, but also, because Tolkien's super subtle, Old Gondor is a fucking ruin. So they cross through Osgiliath. They make it about 5 miles out. That's the end of day one. That's as far as the army gets. Guys, armies go fucking slow. Throughout the chapter, though, they talk about something called the vanguard. The vanguard of an army is the forward leading element. So this is going to be riders. This is like, in this case, it's generally Aragorn, Gandalf, a bunch of Rohirrim horse riders, some scouts, whatever. And they're poking around ahead of the main army while everyone else is walking. And this vanguard, the next place of interest that they get to is, do you guys remember the Crossroads?
Journey to the Crossroads.
Which 1,000,000 years ago, when Frodo and Sam were being led by Gollum through Ithilien, before they made it to the Morgul Vale.
Back in the Two Towers.
Back in the Two Towers, back in the day, which according to the timeline was, about 15 minutes ago. There was this crossroads. There was a statue there of the old kings. The head had been knocked off. They put an orc head on top. Anyway, they get there, and the first thing that Aragorn does is has the statue restored. They put the old head back on. They're restoring the kingdom. Like, that's not a subtle metaphor.
Yeah.
And what Aragorn also has done is he sets heralds to blow at the north, east, south, and west roads of this crossroads in every direction. And these heralds, they blast out a message, and they read a proclamation of the return of the Lords of Gondor, because that's what the book is. It's, it's book 3, The Return of the Lords of Gondor.
That's what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Working title.
Yes. And what they announce is that the Lords of Gondor have returned, and all this land that is theirs, they take back.
Woo!
Yes.
All of it. They're coming for you. They're coming for your ass, Sauron.
They're coming
Where
for your
you
guns.
Oh. That's the announcement that Aragorn has them yell out, that Gandalf is like blessed off on. And Prince Imrahil is not having it. He says, hold up. Aragorn is his king. Whether or not Aragorn says it out loud, Aragorn is the king. And the army spends the rest of the day making that tiny ass journey to the crossroads from just outside of Osgiliath. And the army camps at the crossroads. And the vanguard goes down to the Morgul Vale, because a big point of contention has been, what the fuck do we do about Minas Morgul? Oof. It's a fortress.
Yeah.
It used to be ours. It's the city of the Nazgul. If we leave it here behind us, we leave a stronghold of the enemy directly behind us. Mm-hmm. We could be cut off and killed even if we're not killed up front, right? We could be surrounded before we even get halfway to the gate. So they ride up to this gate and they look at the awful valley, and it is fucking empty. Because everything that used to live in that city marched out to Pelennor Field and fucking died there, including the Witch King. Like, that is not a small victory, but in the grand scheme of things, it barely fucking matters.
Yeah.
Because Gandalf is like, oh, it's empty? Cool. Don't fuck it. We're going to leave that alone. It's not important for 2 reasons. One, the minds of men will melt if we go in there. Y'all will be savage weirdos. You will not make it. You will cross that bridge and cry yourselves to death.
The minds of living men would turn to madness and horror.
Right.
I love that quote.
It's so good.
Very Lovecraftian.
Right. But you know who was able to do that? Frodo, Sam, and Gollum.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
barely. Let's be real.
Yeah. Well, Frodo did his little zombie walk a couple times. It was not the best. But that's, speaking of Frodo, that's reason number 2 Gandalf gives. He says, look, if Faramir's right, and this is the road that Frodo took, the last thing we want to do is draw attention to this spot. Yeah. We're going to ignore it. We're going to pretend we don't see it. It doesn't matter. Absolutely not the path that our only hope took. You don't need our help. We're going to go, hey, look what's over here, not what's over here.
Yeah.
Don't look at my hand, look at the other hand.
It's like magic.
Yeah, it's like street magic.
Yeah.
Really bad street
Classic
magic.
diversion.
I've never seen a street show that kills 7,000 people, though.
Yet.
That's true. We're not there yet. We're only 2 days into a 7-day march.
You've never seen Chris Angel, then.
Okay.
And then Gandalf's like, hey, how's this for a magic trick? And they rip down that cursed ass bridge and then set that field of insane flowers on fire.
Fuck this place.
Right. I love that Gandalf's answer is always fire.
Right. The man is.
Yeah.
What about fire?
Have you guys ever seen a firework?
Boo.
But so that's the decision they make. That's the most they do to the Morgul Vale. And they're like, job's a good one. And they go back to camp. Then the next day starts day 3 of their 7-day march. And the army just goes north out of the crossroads. They head north up that road all the way up. And as they're marching through northern Ithilien, the vibes are bad, man, because the army's like, oh, the sun is shining on my left out towards Gondor, and on the right are these awful mountains shrouded in threat and literal shadow and fog, and the sun doesn't really seem to shine through there, and we haven't seen a single enemy yet. Where are they?
Which is creepy too.
Yeah, because they're expecting a fight every step of the way.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Flight to the Ford, but for very different reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, we should be in
Where
trouble.
are
but
they
we're-
all?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene like that's in like Saving Private Ryan or something like that, where they enter like the battlefield and they're just like, where is everybody?
Ooh.
And then it's like all of a sudden the sniper starts getting him and you're
Yep.
like, oh, there he is. You know,
Yep.
it's like, we're
Oops.
fucked.
Found him.
Yeah, and I was really freaked out. I kept having like, I was on edge during reading this part because it's like, okay, we're in places where there should be bad guys and there's no bad guys. Where are they?
Right.
And that's where there's that great line from Tolkien about Sauron saying that he was going to play with them like mice
Yeah.
before he goes in for the killing blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's like a giant cat, which I loved.
I love that.
Yeah, it's real good because like they are being manipulated, and on one level they know it. On the other hand, it's mortal peril, so
Yeah.
you can't get past that.
Yike.
Yeah, so big yike. So they set up camp for the night. That's the end of day 3. Nothing but yike.
What's that Ford chapter you just talked about? Flight to the Ford?
Flight to the Ford.
Okay.
Yike on bike.
Yike on bike. All yike, no bike. So they are marching through Ithilien on day 4, right? We've been here before. You remember when Frodo...
A billion pages ago.
Jesus God. Oh, that's
not
Chris,
wrong.
everybody.
That's all I got.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
He's here all night. Tip your servers.
I gotta go master debate.
That's the only. Never mind. Never mind.
God.
So anyway, Ithilien.
To Sam.
So they.
I missed something and I'm
we have-
glad.
No, don't worry about it. We have been here before, though. We've
didn't miss
been in this
anything.
territory because, again, back in the Two Towers, when Frodo and Sam and Gollum were wandering through Ithilien, do you remember when they met up with Faramir's Rangers? It was the site of like an ambush and a massacre. There's a painting about that on the wall, actually, behind us. It's the one with the Oliphant. Because remember, Sam stands up and delivers a little schoolboy sermon in the middle of a fucking battle like a lunatic. Good times.
That was like a billion wines ago.
Right.
Oh my God.
Actual gallons of wine.
Gallons of wine. It's hard to remember these things.
But why am I talking about that?
I don't
Killed
fucking
all
know,
those brain
Pat.
cells.
Because we're standing where they were.
RJ wins because, thank you. But the reason that I bring this up is because this is the first time the scouts of the army have found the enemy. And what they find is a really sloppy ambush in a place that the Rangers of Ithilien, who are with the army, are like, yeah, we know this spot. It's great for ambushing people. We know exactly where you should stand.
Yeah.
Consequently, that means we also know exactly how to kill everyone who thinks they're going to trap us. Our boy Mablung comes back. Because you remember Mablung and Damrod?
Oh,
the
yeah.
two Rangers of Ithilien who like babysit Frodo and Sam? Damn, Rod! We don't know about Rod anymore. I don't know if he
Ooh, we
made it because
don't.
we don't hear about him.
Damn.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we'll drink one for the homie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pour one out
pour
for
one
my
out.
boy Damrod.
Damn, Rod.
Damn right.
Damn Rod.
Cheers. And here's a sip from Mablung.
Oh, God.
I got it on my pants.
Dude, both of you are terrible at drinking.
I almost spit into my drink because of you.
Both of you just dripped all over yourselves.
No, mine went back
trying
into
to
the
make
cup from
noise.
whence it came.
No.
real quick, the
she
smell
is a
hanging on.
specimen, isn't she?
My wife, look, Chris, and believe it or not, I married up.
I like the funny thing is in my head I'm like, oh yeah, there's like the four of us, and like Laura's like the out there weirdo one.
For those of you at
And then
home,
somebody commented, "Are Chris and Laura siblings?" And I went, "Damn."
all of this is sparked because Laura is licking the outside of her wine glass.
She's licking her wine glass, not the actual.
Because it has
with a
drips
bug.
on
There's
it.
wine on it.
I get it. But
Do you expect me to waste it? In the middle of a podcast, that's okay.
it's okay. It's a new visual for me now for the word rim job.
Oh my god! There's RJ with her once a week zingers.
You gotta save up those magic moments, kids.
So this time she's like, I have this bush.
Which, you know what? After I said that, we never used the bush again. I lost a prop in that moment.
Oh my god. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people listen to this, and they all now know very secret things about all of us.
Come on, it's 2026. Who's even? Never mind.
Wine.
I miss the
job.
days of like chapter 3 when we had 22 listeners.
And there were only 22
I could
people who
say
knew how
anything
weird
I
we were.
wanted, and our comments were just like my dad and our friends. And now we have thousands every week that tune in, and they just
Wait.
leave comments destroying us.
Wasn't it your dad that called him Rubber Ducky Pat?
Rubber Ducky Pat.
Yeah, because of the bath.
Yeah.
He also didn't like that I took the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
That
him.
was someone else.
No, that was somebody else.
That was somebody else. Jesus Christ.
Wait,
get it right.
We have 2 Catholics that listen.
It said we have a 0% listener from Ireland, so that makes sense.
That's a shame.
Fucking wild.
That makes sense.
Considering we did a show there. They were like, no, thank you, not for me.
We'll pass on them.
I miss the days of chapter 3 when there was food in the chapters.
Yeah,
I'm sure
seriously.
you do. Speaking of bush, back to the ambush. There's really only 2 ways through an ambush. Straight through. Or you go around.
Jesus.
You go to the back door?
Well, that's what you do.
Listen,
Hey,
you get it combed.
we all read, but you know,
You get a little knife out. You start carving at it.
look, your boy Mablung went for door number 2 and decided to
You
circle
just hope
around.
there's not too much blood along the way.
Oh, there's gonna be. There's gonna be blood. There's just no elephants.
There will be blood. They should make a movie called that.
They should.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
there will be elephants.
About navigating the bush.
Mighty Boosh.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
So
Christ.
anyway, what happens with this ambush is that they outsmart the ambush. They circle around from the sides and they crush this force of Easterlings up against the hills and scatter them. It's meant to be enough bad dudes to demonstrate that they're still alive, but not enough to really be something.
Okay.
And Aragorn clocks this immediately and he says, "This is a feint.
This is a feint.
This is bullshit to make us feel good about what we're doing." Because these are the first enemies they found, and we are 4 days in. We're halfway to the gate. Like
Gonna
this is
trick them
yes,
Yeah.
into making it think it's easy.
false bravado.
Yeah.
Not enough to make
like-
them turn back or slow down. Because again, Sauron is drawing them in. As much as the army of the West has a death wish, Sauron has a wish to see them to that death.
Yeah.
It's just like trying to keep them from being too suspicious.
Yeah. Don't be
be
suspicious.
suspicious.
They don't know that song.
Be suspicious.
That's a Hobbit song.
Oh my God. Just Frodo and Sam trying to teach it to Gollum. So, anyway, they defeat this ambush and nobody feels good about it, right? It's a resounding victory, but everybody's like, it just demonstrates how fucked up this whole situation is, that this is the first time we see the enemy. This is all it was. They know where they're going. They're marching to the Black Gate to start a fight they can't win. And then the next day, they leave Ithilien. They leave the lands of the living. When Frodo and Sam observed the Black Gate, when Gollum was like, sure, you can look at it, but dumbasses, you're not going this way.
Yeah.
And then they were stuck in that awful desert of like fume and like wreckage and the swamps of the dead and like all this shit, right? Dagger Lad, the battle plane, all this terrible, truly hell on earth. Then they started seeing greenery as they moved south, and they're like, "Oh, thank God, a plant with leaves. I've re-entered Eden." Well, this is the
Opposite.
this is the opposite. The army of the West is leaving the Garden of Gondor, to march into a desert, to march into hell. And that's the problem, because for a lot of the people who volunteered for this mission, goat herders from Western Gondor, way the fuck out, basically tall children from Rohan who were like, I can ride a horse, I can fight in the army, I guess, who volunteered for this mission. To those people, Mordor is like an idea. It's not real. It's a metaphor for something bad. No, guys, it's literally hell.
And you're here.
Right. It's like, no, sir, the dragon is not a metaphor. It's real. Yeah. And these are just normal people. And this is one of those moments where, there's a lot of them, where World War I kind of peeks through. Because World War I was a time when everyone in society was trapped in this machine of industrial warfare. And that's where these normal people are. They're marching into Mordor, and suddenly it's extremely real. And they're caught in this hellscape and this death trap. They don't know how they got there, really. And now it's real for them, and they're petrified to the point where a lot of them won't go forward.
I have to say, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, I love how Tolkien writes this, and he does a whole paragraph, but like if you just read the very beginning and the end together, he wrote, "The host were unmanned, and now walked like men in a hideous dream made true."
That's exactly it.
It's so simple but profound. And in that moment, it's I really understood it.
You can see it.
And you can see it, and you can feel it, and you can understand how, even though it's shameful, it almost, and like that's why Aragorn takes pity on them there. Because even though it's shameful on paper, it's not, because it's so horrendous.
Yeah.
Like anyone would feel that way.
And that's a really good point, because Aragorn's reaction to all of this is like actual leadership.
Right.
He expresses mercy and sympathy, but also as a war leader is like, guys, I get it. If you can't do this and you can't proceed, there is no shame. But there is something you can do, and this is what I would ask you to do. The island of Carandros in the Anduin was a garrison north of Osgiliath and south of the Falls of Rhoros. That army of Easterlings that the Rohirrim had to ride past on their way to Gondor, if you recall, that army broke through Carandros, and that was their path in. They were subsequently harassed out, so there's now still a fucking army out there somewhere. But Aragorn's ask of these people who will not proceed on the main mission is, please just stick with it. You're still soldiers. Go to Carandros. If the enemy's there, fight them, defeat them, and hold that to the last man, and defend that part of the border for us. If you can't do this, please do that. And a lot of them were like, oh, fuck, okay. They suck it up, they dig deep, and they're like, no, you know what, I'll rejoin the main army, I'll rejoin the main force. But a lot of them can't.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that this is Aragorn's reaction. And I think that this Tolkien kind of expressing a desire for what like an idealized response to this sort of inability to proceed with a horrible war would be. Because in World War I, after a certain point, soldiers were just refusing to fight on the front in trench warfare because of how horrible it was. And they were just being shot. It was like, oh, you're in the rear area, you're being rested, you won't go back up? Fine, we have a wall right over there. That's where we put guys to shoot them. The French did battalions at a time. They did thousands of men at a go. Like, World War I was no fucking joke. So for Tolkien to have experienced that and now to be writing this moment is beautiful and profound and fucking sad. So that's just day 5 is when they get out of Ithilien and they march north with the remnants of the army, because they've left garrisons at Osgiliath, at the Crossroads. Now they like a bunch of guys go to Carandros. They only started with 7,000 people, which is literally laughable. Prince Imrahil laughed at the number of people they were bringing for this job.
Now they have 1,000 less.
Right. What the fuck? And off they go. And the rest of day 6 is just them traveling further north. And they could kind of take a little bit of a shortcut and stay right at the base of the hills and the mountains. On the road, and go directly to the gate. But they opt not to do that because they know that those hills, those mountains, are Swiss cheesed with catacombs and tunnels and garrisons and barracks and crawling with orcs. Yeah. And at any moment, any one of these little fucking valleys could erupt in 1,000,000 orcs and they'd all be killed. So they kind of go away from the hills a little bit. They go out into the battle plain and they kind of go northwest and then north, and then they turn east and they come in. And as they do that, that's the end of day 6. They camp within sight of the Black Gate.
Oh, this is straight out of Willow.
It just reminds me of that meme that's going around. It's like, oh, a Jet 2 holiday. And I started cracking up. I couldn't even do the accent, but that's how I felt. Like they camped on a Jet 2 holiday. And just the black gate in the background. They're like, fuck.
Smells like sulfur.
Come on home, you too could have a Jet 2 holiday.
No one can make a fire. They're just sitting there like,
Well, actually, they do the opposite.
That's true.
Because they're within sight of the Black Gate, and everyone is fucking on edge now. Because if you recall, the Black Gate is just a fortified pass where the Mountains of Shadow meet the Mountains of Ash. So the mountain range of Mordor that runs north-south and the other one that runs east-west come to a corner. What?
I don't know. For some reason, I heard was the mountain of ass.
That's kind of what I thought.
The mountains of shadow and
Ass. The Mountains of Shadow and Ass.
That's going to be the next Akatar book.
This means a lot more to Archie.
She's directing her own
She's
future.
crying right now.
Mountains of Shadow and Ass.
A court of thorns and roses.
A court of shadow and ass.
Mountains of shadow.
Oh my god, that's out there somewhere.
It is. It's like the fanfic of that.
Oh.
It's a Timu version.
I'm so sorry. I'll stop being a child. I know you got to like.
Oh, it's okay. I got all night. No, but really though, so it's the north-south range and the east-west range come together in this corner, and that corner is the Valley of Udun. It is the Morannon. It is the Black Gate.
Is Udun also where the flame of Udun?
It's named for it.
What the fuck is the Flame of Udun?
Gandalf says it in Moria.
Wow. Shit, man.
Talking to the Balrog.
Yeah.
I am the master of light and shadows.
Yeah, you return, you Flame of Udun return.
Yeah.
Udun is a reference to a lot of Tolkien mythology, but it's basically a bad place.
Okay.
And being the Flame of Udun is being one of the creatures of that pit.
Right.
Like you are a demon from that hellscape. So it's good that you call that up, because a good thing to keep in the back of your brains is that everything Sauron does is just trying to do what his old master did. And
Long ago.
It is, and it is a child's version of everything that the actual big bad tried to do.
It's all been done before.
It has.
Isn't that a Bare Naked
Morgoth-
Ladies song?
Yes, Bare Naked Ladies.
Got it.
It's all been done before by Satan.
Yes.
The Mountains of Ash and Shadow.
Or
But
as
anyway.
the vegetarians call it, seitan.
Would also going to be someone's form of hell.
I've never had it. Can't judge.
It's
okay.
tofu's disgusting
Butthole.
brother. Yeah.
What do you get when you
People
squeeze
ate tofu and went, this is too good. Fine, make something else.
Make it worse.
Make it worse.
Make it briny.
Oh.
We must reduce.
Too much flavor here. The Black Gate itself, remember, is a giant set of iron doors in a giant fucking wall that goes from one mountainside to the other mountainside. It's a complete whole ass wall. Do you remember how much fun it was to attack Helm's Deep? This is Helm's Deep on steroids. Like, it is almost not even comparable.
God.
Because there's also two towers. Not those towers, different towers. These are the Towers of Teeth on either side of this wall. And
a fellowship up top.
right of Nazgul. No, well, they are there, but
Yeah,
we don't know that.
technically, yeah.
But in addition to these two fortresses and this giant wall and this iron gate and every fucking orc you can imagine, again, the mountains on either side are just hollowed out. They're fortresses. They're crawling with orcs and evil things. And Tolkien takes a second to remind us, like, we don't know everything yet. We haven't met everybody there is to meet yet. There's evil shit we don't even know about. But we do know where it lives. It lives in those hills. So everybody gets to go to bed watching that, knowing that tomorrow is the fucking day. So nobody sleeps. They're not even sending out scouts because what's the point?
They know they're there.
And what's the point of sending out 30 guys to go get murdered
Can you
in the
imagine
dark?
sending a scout out at this moment? You're like, go find out what you can. And instead of them like running off, they just turn and look at it and go, yep, bad guys.
Bad news.
And they just turn back and sit down.
Right? Like, what do you do?
What do you want me to do?
Well, luckily they have Legolas. He could just like look over and be like, I see blah, blah, blah. And then he's done.
Yeah, he gives like some sassy fucking answers. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend to sleep now.
He's the original VR guy.
Yeah, right? Jesus Christ. But what they can do is set fires. So they, again, because it's Gandalf, they set a ring of fires around the camp, watch fires. And in the darkness, all they hear are wolves. Guys, we haven't heard or seen a fucking wolf in 2.5 books.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening now?
I thought wolves would be a bigger problem, actually,
Right?
based on how it came across in Fellowship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the wargs when they were attacked. And like,
yeah.
it was a big thing with like magic, Sauron's evil magic wolves.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they were wargs.
Right.
Wolves.
There it is. So we have these wolves howling in the night. There's also half-seen things prowling the edge of the firelight. Nobody gets a good look at them. Can't tell what the fuck it is, but they are being watched. The army is being watched while they try to sleep. No one is sleeping, by the way. And that's how they pass the final night, because dawn breaks.
Dawn of the final day.
Dawn of the final day. The 7th day. The day of battle is here. And it's cold. And there's a breeze. But it's not from the south. It's not from the west. At least it's not from the east. It's a cold wind from the north. We'll talk about that because it does mean something. Everything here is meaningful. And what do you do when you're faced with a fortification that you could not break on your best day with all the siege engines in the world? If you had your own grand hammer of the underworld and they only had enough orcs to like man the watchtowers, this army still could not break the wall.
Yeah.
They literally can't get in.
Yeah. It's impenetrable.
It's impossible. Right? In this moment, what do? You call them out.
You start taunting.
Yeah. The first time Aragorn taunted him was in the Palantir through the Seeing Stones,
I shall taunt you a second time.
which is what Aragorn decides to do. He takes a couple of picked guards and Aragorn, Gandalf, Imrahil, Éomer, Legolas, Gimli, Pippin, and let's not forget the sons of Elrond. All set off, and they ride up as close as they dare to get to the Black Gate.
Yeah.
And they take a deep breath, and they yell, "Hey, bitch!
What's your name?
Come out and fucking play, eh?
There you go. There you go, Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
Hey!" But what they actually yell is, "Come forth. Let the Lord of the Black Land come forth. Justice shall be done upon him, for wrongfully he has made war upon Gondor and wrested all its lands. Therefore the king of Gondor demands that he should atone for his evils and depart then forevermore. Come forth."
My note for summing that whole thing up was, please leave.
100%. You have fucked all the way up, sir.
Please leave this land.
Get. Go on. Get. And, predictably, nothing happens. And the silence stretches and it goes on. And everybody's kind of like, well, I mean, we're here. This was the plan. What if it doesn't work? What do we do next?
They're ignoring us.
Right. We had
Gandalf's
not
getting a fire started.
they had not accounted for the possibility that they would simply be ignored.
Yeah.
And just as they're getting ready to leave, the show begins. Ooh. The envoy of Sauron is coming. The being that speaks for Sauron is coming out. But before the gates open, drums rolling like thunder, horns that are so loud that they shake the stones. And then these impossibly large gates open. And out rides like 6 guys. And at their head is the Mouth of Sauron. A black and evil figure draped in darkness, riding something that looks a lot like a horse.
Something that was a horse.
Might be.
Once.
Because
Now it's just a whore.
oh, I like that with the sparkles. But
tricked.
but the mountain, but the mouth of Sauron's horse has like a skull for a face and has actual flames coming from its nostrils and eye sockets.
I loved that so
This is
much.
not this is not fucking real.
No.
Like this is not even the Witch King. The Lord of the Nazgul had a horse with its face on fire. Yeah. Like it didn't. Like this is some next level insanity. And
Yeah.
this is the being
It's really sorcery.
truly.
Yeah.
Because Tolkien takes 1 second and he's like, hey, by the way, nobody knows who the fuck this is. But it is the mouth of Sauron.
It is a man.
It is a man, a human being, a black Numenorian, a renegade who went to Sauron's service when they started rebuilding Beregond after the fall of Dol Guldur. After Sauron was driven out of Mirkwood back into Mordor. This guy was like, I'm signing up with this dude. This is my in.
See, that's what's so crazy is that the Nazgul were tricked with the rings. They fell under the power and the greed. Like their greed took them. This guy had no ring. He volunteered. It was like yes and without anything.
He's worse than Nazgul.
Yeah.
Yes, in every way.
Yeah.
He was like, ooh, I will join you.
This is
and
a
Nazgul
good
like, I'll take
decision.
the ring and oh fuck, I'm bound to you.
Yeah, they thought they could like control
Very interesting
themselves
point.
and the ring, but this guy didn't need a ring. He was so corrupted already
Yes.
I didn't even think about
that
that.
he was so entranced
really
by
good.
the sorcery aspect that he wanted to know power so bad that he willingly gave himself and his body up to the point he doesn't even know who he is.
And this is a person that Sauron took and was like, yes, this is the guy who's going to be the commander of Beregond for me.
The lieutenant.
The
right?
lieutenant of Beregond. He is a great sorcerer. And he's here to speak on Sauron's behalf.
And the most chilling part, he knows Sauron's mind.
Right? Like this is no fucking joke. This is the guy.
Now, this guy is crazy. This is probably the most evil figure we've gotten to talk to yet, besides Sauron.
Right, because even the Witch King is, again, he's a chained ghost. He's got no real choices. This dude is like every morning he wakes up and is like, I want to be evil.
I choose violence.
Every day.
Yeah.
And today he gets to do violence to the captains of the West. And he rides out to Aragorn, to Imrahil, to Gandalf, Éomer, the sons of Elrond, everybody. And he looks around and he says, what? Who even are you? Is this... Who here can I even speak to? Who's worthy to speak to me? Who's smart enough to even understand what's going on here? Because you, pointing at Aragorn, it takes more than a piece of elvish glass and a dirty rabble to make a king. So who here is going to speak to me?
What a bitch.
Right. Well, Aragorn's response is nothing.
Eye contact.
It's eye contact. He's just unending eye contact. And for like a couple of seconds, it's whatever. And then the mouth of Sauron, Tolkien says, recoils and yells like he was struck. And he says, you can't do that. I'm a messenger. This is a parlay. There are rules.
You can't assail me.
Right. And again, Aragorn's done exactly nothing except maintain eye contact. And
I
Gandalf,
feel like Aragorn was signaling to him, you should meet my friend Strider. He's a weirdo.
he just keeps licking his lips.
He's doing something that's causing the guy to go,
It's
I
like
don't like this
Denethor
guy.
and Faramir can read people's minds. I
Right.
feel like they're doing a mind game here.
Right.
Totally.
They absolutely are. It is mind battle. It is perhaps pyrokinesis.
And if it was Vigo, it would be like, Vigo,
Vigo, no!
Vigo, no! Vigo!
Save yourself!
Come.
Oh my God.
So this thing happens, and then Gandalf's response is, chill the fuck out, nerd. He didn't even do anything. Also, even if the rules applied here, you still fucking suck.
Leave it to Gandalf.
It's the best.
I love Gandalf.
Realist.
The only danger you're in is the same danger that every servant of Sauron is in, which is immediate fucking peril. So, again, maybe calm down. And the Mouth of Sauron looks over and says, oh, Gandalf, you're here. Finally, you've gotten close enough. You're no longer fucking around from a safe distance. You've come to fuck around and find out. I'm glad you're here. I brought presents. And the Mouth of Sauron and his entourage have brought 3 black bundles of cloth. And at this moment, they start unraveling them. They're tokens, he calls them. And what are they tokens of? Bad fucking news.
Yeah.
Because the first thing he pulls out is Sam's sword.
Whoop.
The second thing he pulls out is an elven cloak of Lorien with the brooch. The third and final and really the most fucked up piece of this party is the mithril coat that Frodo was wearing.
Yeah.
And Gandalf, he goes gray. He's back to Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
He's having a bad fucking time. He looks like a sad old man right now. And everybody who knows, all the fellowship is there, and they're all giving it a real bad look. But everybody's keeping it together. Except Pippin, who, no!
Dude, this is heartbreaking, this moment.
Because Pippin knows what this means. This means they were caught. The baby of the fellowship can't keep it together.
He's what, 16?
He's
17?
He's functionally a child compared to basically everyone else who's there. And Gandalf turns to Pippin and says, silence. And this is just like Moria again, right? So we're going to find out if Pippin making noise gets Gandalf killed again.
Oh, boy. Yike.
Love it. And the Mouth of Sauron is having a great time because he knows his fuckery is working. He's like, so you know this stuff. This was important. The people.
If you didn't have an emotional reaction, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
You could have played it off.
Yeah, but you obviously just played your cards.
No, it played his cards as well, though, because he was like, aha, you do know those people.
Yup.
He didn't know at first, and now he knows.
right. It's confirmation. There's no denying because this is a negotiation, right? Because Aragorn has demanded everyone goes away. And the Mouth of Sauron is out here to tell them what? The terms that would take. The terms of what's about to happen. And the Mouth of Sauron's having a great time because it's working. Everything is going according to plan. This is all one big plan to kill everyone who's come. But first, Sauron's going to play games, and this is part of the games. Well, the Mouth of Sauron says, helpfully, before me I see a conspiracy. I see dwarven mail. I see elvish cloaks. I see the men of the West. I see a little rat spy from the Shire. Yeah, we know about the Shire, guys. Chill. We're coming for you too. We see all of you conspiring against my just and fair Lord Sauron. And you have no hope. But what you do have is a choice. Because if you accept my terms, your little rat friend might live. We'll release him. If you choose anything other than that, or if you choose the other road, we keep him alive and torture him for as long as we can manage until we've transformed him into something awful and naked. Maybe he calls himself Gollum. And then we're going to send him to you so you can see what you've done to your friend. And how will the rat's friends save the rat? By accepting Sauron's terms, which are very simple and very straightforward. There's 5 of them. First, the rabble of Gondor and their deluded allies will disarm, go back across the Anduin, and never take up arms against Sauron again. 2, everything east of the Anduin is Sauron's forever. 3, everything between the Anduin and the Misty Mountains will swear fealty to Sauron and pay him tribute. 4, those people...
These are making me angry.
Those people will be allowed to govern themselves in the name of Sauron. But also, they're going to fix Isengard, which they foolishly and wantonly broke. And 5, they're going to fix it up real nice because somebody, me, is going to govern from that seat and be the lord of all of that. Those are the terms.
So from the map, that includes Lorien, Fangorn, and all of Rohan.
Yep. And Mirkwood, the Misty Mountains, the Iron Hills.
Yeah, those are east of the Anduin, but everything in between the mountains and the Anduin.
It is the whole ass world except for the Shire.
A lot.
And everybody's still stunned. They're still processing the fact that they were just shown evidence that Frodo and Sam have been caught.
Yeah, like their
Yeah.
personal effects.
Right, yeah. The next thing to come out of the mouth of Sauron's pocket is going to be like Sam's teeth.
Oh.
Just Frodo's wig.
just the hair from the tops of his feet.
Will wear wigs. Will you wear wigs?
That was the 6th term. He must wear his wig.
Bring me fatty bulgur. Everybody's processing this, and Gandalf is kind of like, takes a breath and is like, that is a whole lot to ask for without fighting a single fight. Because last I checked, we just whipped your whole ass.
Yes.
Also, your boss is the king of lies and bullshit. So maybe as a token of good faith, you show us our friend, you hand him over. Let me see him, and then we'll discuss whether or not it's worth handing over the whole world for his release. And that throws the Mouth of Sauron, because he's like, in the back of his brain, he's like, I wasn't prepared for this. Pivot to the attack. No.
Good one.
When you ask for Sauron's pity, you take his terms and you do his bidding and you take whatever you fucking get. Take it or leave it. To which Gandalf says, no thanks, but I'll take these, and throws a like blinding light into the Mouth of Sauron's face, shrieking in pain and horror. And Gandalf does his like jump forward thing where, you know, he
Like the
moves-
rocks.
Yeah, like the rocks, like a weird old goat man, snatches the sword, the cloak, and the armor, and is like, but I'll take these.
I'll take these.
These I will take. Yes. And he's like, thanks for the gifts, asshole. I got a new hobbit. Pippin, come here.
Put these on. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
Here's the hat. And the Mouth of Sauron is mindless with rage, because to him, this is a game. To him, there's rules. This is his moment to fuck around before he gets anointed King of the West, because he's got to be the one who governs everything. And instead, Gandalf puts a laser pointer in his eyes and takes everything from him.
The Mouth of Sauron says, that's inconceivable.
It is inconceivable. So he's like, fuck. And with wordless rage, he looks at the captains of the West and sees nothing but murder in their eyes now. Because everybody is like, oh, Gandalf's still fucking around? Okay, we're here to find out. So the Mouth of Sauron sees that negotiations have collapsed. The fun is over. The game is up. So he just rides backwards. He and all his little guys flee back towards the gate. But as they go, he gives a signal, and it's time. He flips the switch. The trap is sprung. There's drums and fire, and the black gates open again, and like a tide, the maggot folk of Mordor pour out of the gates. Legions of orcs. An army of Easterlings comes around the shoulders of the mountains to surround them. From every hole in the hills, every hidden cavern, pour orcs. It is all of the strength that Sauron can throw at them. And again, it's Aragorn, Gandalf, Imrahil, the Fellowship, Legolas's kids, all standing way out the front, right at the front door going, oh, nope, this is not where we should be right now.
Shit.
And they run like hell back to the army. Why? Because they're outnumbered at least 10-1. There's at least 60,000 orcs and Easterlings.
Oh my God.
That they can see.
That they can see.
60,000.
60,000. All of these orcs, all of these Easterlings, all these monsters. The Nazgul are here, like vultures flying around the Towers of Teeth. They come too. And they just, with words of horror, they quench all hope, is how Tolkien puts it. Because the army of the West is arrayed on two hills of rock and slag, mountains in their own right, built by the slaves of Mordor from digging out those hills. And on one hill is Aragorn and Gandalf, and on the other hill is Éomer and Imrahil. And in the front lines, facing the Black Gates, is where all the strongest warriors are. This is where the Dunedain are. This is where the Knights of Dol Amroth are, the warriors of the Rohirrim, the Tower Guard of Minas Tirith, the sons of Elrond, and Pippin. Because this is where the hammer's gonna hit. This is where it's gonna get fucked up and bad.
I think I'm in the wrong place.
Right. They're surrounded on these hills. It's 360 degrees of defense. There's nowhere to run. There's no safe direction. You just face outwards, and Easterlings, orcs, monsters are coming for you from every direction. In front of these two hills, between the gate and the men of the West, are some marshes and some bogs. The orcs stop at that moment, and they don't wade through this nightmare. Instead, they form up and they just pour arrows into the defenders. They are firing everything they can at the armies of the West. But what does continue to move forward with absolute rage are these like berserker hill trolls. Something we have not met before. So Tolkien's like, by the way, you don't know everything yet. You haven't met everyone. The full cast has not been revealed. Surprise, it's more fucked up trolls, armored trolls with hammers and shields and armor and a desire to kill everything in front of them. And they hit like a tide, like a ton of fucking bricks. Yeah. And they swing absolute haymakers with hammers. A troll is bigger than a man, much taller, much stronger. It's going to swing an iron brick the size of a child at you. And they do, left, right, center. And men are pulverized. Beregond is pulverized by one of these hits. But he's not killed. He's knocked to the ground. And this troll chieftain that has done this, is leaning down so it can rip Beregond's throat out with its bare teeth. Because that's just how you do if you're a hill troll. Mm-hmm. It's a cultural thing. Don't ask.
Troll custom.
Troll custom. It's polite.
It's the final kill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make the kill. Yeah.
Right. And so in this moment, Pippin mans up, steps in, and stabs up. And because Pippin's got one of these swords of the West that he pulled from the barrows, one of these Númenórean blades from ancient times, it goes right into this fucking thing, slits his belly open, and this troll dies screaming, but also rains black blood just all over Pippin. The last thing he sees is a wall of black hit him. The next thing that hits Pippin is the troll. It falls.
Troll itself.
The troll itself falls over because Pippin's killed it. And he kills this thing, and it falls over onto him. It falls onto Beregond. He's having the air and the life crushed out of him, and all Pippin can think is, oh, this ends the way I thought it would. And there's relief there, that there's no more fear. There's no more uncertainty. He can drift away. He's being crushed to death. And then he hears, the eagles are coming. The eagles are coming. And he thinks, oh, that's nice. But that's Bilbo's story. That's not my story. My story ends here. And Pippin fades to black. And Tolkien writes, and his thoughts fled far away, and his eyes saw no more. That's how book 5 ends.
This chapter is a feat. A Tolkien feat. It's all about foot.com.
No.
It's all about
/Sam.
things that we are interested in, which is feet. We're all feet.
Feet, yeah.
Only feet.
Truly, honestly, this was like a fucking wave of emotion as I read through this. But the big thing I want to talk about in the beginning here is Mary.
Yeah, poor bitch.
He's having a bad time.
We have such an interesting open and close to this chapter. We open with Mary and we close with Pippin. But they are not mentioned a single time in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really interesting the way their characters sort of bookend.
The bookends.
Yeah. And it's funny because we start with the strong one who is weak. And we end with the weak one who must be strong.
Well,
He ends up
Pippin just
squished.
wants to catch up
he
to
got
Mary
squished.
in deeds.
Yeah.
Now he's Pip.
Aw.
Peregrine squish.
Oh.
Peregrine squished.
Poor baby.
Listen, I gotta. This is such a dumb question, but like, I feel like in order to really understand this chapter, you have to have a really good sense of how far they have traveled.
And how many days?
Or do you have to have a really good map?
You might need a good map, and I would like to ask you, Pat, to explain to me actually how far they've traveled.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to hold this real fast.
Ah! Pat just leapt off the couch.
I have been waiting for this. So,
He has a stick and everything. Baton,
He is
if you
now
will.
standing next to the map.
how far did they actually travel? About 150 miles. Maybe like 120. Not very far from, if you're living in Minas Tirith, from your front door to the front door of evil. This is not, this long defeat, this long war is not with a foe far away. This is like you and your next door neighbors throwing bricks at each other every day for as long as your granddad's been alive.
We had established basically in the beginning a sense of like pace, like 2 to 2.5 miles an hour. And with this one, I couldn't tell if we were moving fast or slow.
It did say that in 3 days of marching, they went north 100 miles, which is impressive, but also proves to me that Tolkien knew what miles were this whole time.
Yeah.
Everything is leagues, and I don't even remember what other units of measurement he used.
Furlongs?
But he could have just said miles.
Seriously. And like also, so if they get 100 miles in 3 days, so they're moving at 3.3 miles an hour, which feels like pretty fast for like an army, but I'm not a military person. Maybe that's normal speed for an army to be walking.
So like a pre-modern army is going to go real fucking slow. Because in pre-modern times, you have a couple of concerns. One, the art of the military sciences are not super well developed. Like this isn't like a Roman army where like you have fortified camps and lines of logistics. It's like a feudal army. They just go. They have enough food. They thought about that. They have roads. They have good roads to walk on. That's the biggest thing. This isn't like Frodo and Sam who are like crawling through hillsides as like child-sized
not
creatures.
to be seen.
Right. They're sneaking
These
at
people
night.
are carrying trumpets going, hello, you're here.
Where we're going, we need roads.
God damn it. Yeah. Every couple hours, they're blowing horns and announcing the arrival of King Elisar. So, like, they're on good roads. A human being walks about 3 miles an hour. You don't get a full day of marching out of every single person because, again, the head of the army can only go as far as the ass end of the army can catch up to before it's time for dinner and go to bed.
And before we move on from Mary, just a really quick note. I loved that it mentioned how his wound started hurting him again as soon as his thoughts turned to despair, as soon as he felt alone and left behind when the army's leaving him and he's staying behind because he's injured. And it's crazy because his wounds from the Witch King that he felled with the help of, obviously, Eowyn. But even so, even though the Witch King is technically not in this world anymore, his magic is that strong that the second Mary is sad, it flares and hurts him again and has power again.
Or was it Sauron's magic
Right.
that did that?
Right. I mean, it's like, that's how powerful this evil magic is in this world. And it's such a great beginning to the chapter before we come face to face with some of the more fearsome, that's what I tried to say. Some of the more fearsome foes. You know, I thought that was a really cool way to open.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a metaphor for like when hope is lost.
Yes.
Your wounds reveal themselves. And when you have hope, you're willing to overlook for months and months and months any sign of despair or any hurt even. You can look past it like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I've gone this entire night acting and not even thinking once about my arm, but the moment I just talked about that,
If,
I
like,
stop for a
hurt-
second and I feel like, oh yeah, that really
Like
hurts.
you feel
right
it now.
Like I feel it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I really understood that, even though it's completely different. But I understood that moment and being like, oh yeah, like when you have a pretty serious bodily injury and you finally aren't thinking about it, and then something bad happens and you think about it, like it does come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's weird, and maybe I don't know if it's mental or what, but like
It
It's
might be.
trauma.
Yeah.
It's that's true of all traumas, right? And this chapter is all about trauma.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it's when something bad has happened to you, you can move past it, right? But then when you think back on it and suddenly it's the thing in the front of your brain again, a lot of the stuff has the ability to come back and like punch you right in the dick.
Yeah.
Like it can
100%.
be bad.
100%. So that's a good point. It's a really good point, honey. So the funny thing is that I noticed we have a resurgence of our Mordor music group.
Trumpeters?
We have
And
trumpeters
drums.
and drums this time.
Ooh.
So it's funny because our heralds are screaming at the gate, Sauron, bring your ass out here, you son of a bitch. And on the other side, the guy and all the troops are like, okay, right. 3, 2, 1, and...
Drop a sick beat.
Yeah. Yeah. And like all of a sudden the music troupe kicks in.
It's like ska, all the trumpets.
You need that music troupe there. And they might feel like lesser than orcs, but I promise you that they are worthy of their music instruments. Because think about if there weren't people playing the drums in Moria. Would Moria actually be scary? No.
The Howard Shore of orcs.
Yeah. There's just a guy fucking doing it. So I was really pumped that they came back.
Writing music on skin, and he has a little wand made of bone. He's leading
Well,
like a
you know
shitty
that the
little
drums
orchestra.
are like, it's the skin of their foe.
Oh,
Right.
totally.
Or their friend.
100%.
They ate them.
Stretch
Oh my
tight.
God.
And it's funny because this is all leading up to the reveal of the Mouth of Sauron, the lieutenant of the Dark Tower. And and this fucking guy is, as Tolkien says, more cruel than any orc.
Yeah.
I loved this. I was so enamored by this character.
I have to agree. I know he's for evil, but I love him. He's
fucking
such a great character.
Terrifying.
He's got sass.
He's got a lot of personality.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he laughs in Aragorn's face. I love the fact that he is like, it's going to take more than a little piece of glass and a fucking homeless dude to scare me.
Right.
Yeah, but then as soon as somebody catches his eye, he like tucks his tail and shrieks.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Like, if he didn't come full circle, would you love him as much? Like, if he got to
Nah.
walk away like a badass, would he matter as much?
No.
Right.
He'd
But
be,
let's-
he'd be boring.
The word assailed is used 3 times in this chapter. Tolkien doesn't usually use a buzzword multiple times. But he says like, oh, someone was assailed. And you're like, oh, there's the use. And then he moves on. He said it 3 times in this case. And I looked up assailed, and it is to like inflict damage.
Yes.
However, there's a second definition, which actually applies more. And I thought I would read that. It is an unpleasant feeling and physical sensation. It's come upon someone suddenly and strongly. And it's just
To assail the senses.
yeah, like a wave of uncertainty and feeling like weird and like
Like a ska band.
yeah.
Well, I have to say, that when you first said Kirith Gorgor, all I thought of is like, damn, that'd be like a really awesome metal band name.
Yeah.
Kirith Gorgor.
And so
It
I
all
thought that
comes
was
back on
interesting.
music.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because in the moment you're thinking, no one's doing anything to this guy. Like, why is he being a puss? He's
Well,
like
Gandalf's
freaking-
white light. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's
before
late.
that, though.
That's
Aragorn
way
thing.
later. That's
Oh,
way later.
I know.
Aragorn has proved he can play literal mind games, though.
I'll go have poof.
I thought he said Aragorn is poofed.
Aragorn's a poof.
That means something different.
Mia!
No. Poof yourself.
Don't poof the soof.
But I just thought it was crazy. I really like the fact that Aragorn literally just doesn't say anything and just stares at him. And it's like you said in the chapter summary where like this guy has powers and we don't really know what happened and Tolkien doesn't really tell us. But something happened in this moment that caused this big, scary, badass mofo to get freaked out. It was really cool to see that happen.
Maybe
like,
like
okay.
nobody's ever challenged him before. And even though he only challenged him via eye contact, it's like uncomfortable.
Which is so cool because Aragorn just got done challenging Sauron in the Palantir.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's challenging motherfuckers left and right.
100%.
I love it. Like, this was probably one of my favorite parts of the storyline to date.
Because Aragorn is stepping up
Agreed.
in so many different ways, right? He's the fell king, or could have been. He chose not to. But underneath of everything, he's still Isildur's heir. He's still a whole motherfucker. He's playing these magical fucking games, and he can meet people where they live and kill them.
And not only that, we finally get to see the evil side, like the heads up of this evil monster that we've been afraid of this whole time. And they are terrifying and they are awesome.
Yeah.
They are worth this reputation.
Somebody was just saying how our lieutenant is not used to people standing up to him.
Yeah.
The ultimate standing up to him happens directly afterwards when Gandalf the White becomes Gandalf the Dick.
Yes.
It's the best.
Right.
We are no longer with Gandalf the White fucked off for this scene. We are back to Gandalf of the Shire, to Mr. Asshole from book 1 that I did not love.
Mr. I'm going to give my PTSD friend a dragon
I
firework.
am all here for it finally.
Yeah.
I'd like to read something to you.
Okay.
These we will take, said Gandalf suddenly. He cast aside his cloak, and a white light shone forth like a sword in that black place. Before his upraised hand, the foul messenger recoiled, and Gandalf, coming, seized and took it from him, the tokens, the coat, the cloak, and sword. These we will take in memory of our friend, he cried. But as for you, we do not come here to waste words in treating with Sauron, faithless and accursed, still less with one of his slaves. Be gone.
Yeah.
Fucking right. Is
But-
a motherfucker.
But it was also a little bit of a word game because it's right before that, the Mouth of Sauron said, "These are his terms, take them or leave them." And Gandalf says, "These we will take." And my first thought was, oh no.
He's giving in,
He's
he's
agreeing
accepting.
to the terms because he said these. And no, he meant the fucking pants. The pants and the sword.
Does anybody have the following sentence who has a book? Yeah. Because that one is, I didn't write it, but it's equally as fucking awesome.
Then the messenger of Mordor laughed no more. His face was twisted with amazement and anger to the likeness of some wild beast that, as it crouches on its prey, is smitten on the muzzle with a stinging rod.
Come on.
No. Drop it.
Dude,
Yeah.
come on. This is Gandalf the Dick.
Yeah,
He's here to fuck.
Gandalf the boss.
Gandalf's been fighting this war his whole 2 lives.
He is 2 seconds away from sending a dragon firework into the sky and fucking shit up. I am in love with this version of him. It's awesome.
So shortly after that, they opened the gates and the drums played and the horns played. And Tolkien wrote, "The great black doors of the Black Gate swung back wide. Out of it streamed a great host as swiftly as swirling waters when a sluice is lifted." And I loved that description, partially because I've been watching a lot of Korean horror lately, and specifically Korean zombie movies like Train to Busan and Peninsula. And as I was watching it, one thing Pat noticed was the way the zombie horde moves is like water. It's like a tidal wave. You know,
Like they
like
crawl over
it
each other.
ripples when it meets an object, it splashes up. It's like it's not individual enemies, it is a horde. And it's so cool
Horde
that
mindset.
Tolkien used that exact same imagery, and it just gave me this like really amazing visual of what these orcs looked like pouring out of Mordor at that time.
100%.
Just
So
saying.
cool.
Water, the eternal foe.
Yeah.
You've been saying it
Always.
since day one.
Yeah,
It's
you're not
true.
wrong.
One thing I want to bring up that is written is that Pippin gives us a line that I thought was quite funny in the end.
Fuck.
He goes,
Nothing was funny about the end. What are you talking
oh,
about?
it was actually hilarious. He goes, oh, I kind of get how Denethor felt.
Yeah.
Because he
Okay,
just
I'll give you
sees
that.
like an army coming and he goes,
We're fucked.
fuck. And he goes, ironically, this is some foresight into how Denethor felt. You know, this is crazy.
I understand.
Oh, he
poor
was
Denethor
right.
a little better.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should just set ourselves on fire.
Right?
Definitely less scary.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is he didn't have long to dwell in that state.
True.
The end of this chapter felt like the end where Sam stabs Shelob.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, the whole stabbing
Yeah.
upwards as a
Yeah.
enemy falls on
To
you.
be fair, when you're
Yeah.
when you're two
When
and a
you're
half,
small.
all you got is to stab up.
Yeah.
Unless you're Sam, then you feats.
Yeah. feet stabbing has
Sam
worked
did both
for
then.
others.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to choose, right? Do you stab them in the feet or you stab them in the balls?
I just feel like, we could have been
done
a
before.
little more creative with that,
That's true too.
What RJ say?
Or the kneecap.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Also
we've
been
had-
done.
Yeah, that's what Mary did.
Yeah, because we've had hobbits inflict 3 kills that we know of,
Yeah.
Not counting trees.
not counting trees. They tried. They killed a troll. Well, they stabbed a troll in Moria, the Witch King, and now a troll chieftain.
And Gandalf.
Shit.
That's great. That's great.
High five.
That's fucked up.
He didn't get stabbed though.
But like when he stabs the troll and the troll falls on him, it must be like a car falling on him.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like
A squishy car.
Huge fucking thing.
Yeah, I thought the horse with Theoden was tough, but this was even rougher.
But
with
also, this
the
is also
troll
similar
and
to
the
like
Hobbit
the warg on Gimli
In the movie.
in the movie.
in the movie. Yeah.
But Gimli reached up and snapped necks.
Yeah. But then Gimli takes a warg and then another warg and then
An orc.
an orc.
Right.
Well, Gimli is no hobbit.
Right. So like Gimli has a good kill count, right? And that's fun to mention because remember how the leaders of the West, the captains of the West, that army is outnumbered like at least 10-1? Mm-hmm. No problem, right? To kill 10 orcs, everyone there. Pippin does 1 troll. That's not great. But Legolas and Gimli, what were their kill counts at Helm Deep?
40s.
Yeah, in the 40s, baby. So like they're going to carry their own weight.
And I don't know.
Yeah, but 40 against 10,000. I don't know how much. I really want to congratulate them for that.
Well,
I think it was
And
just
they're not all
sorry.
Legolases.
True.
no, they're not. But like you also have both of Elrond's sons there, the murder
You've
twins.
got 6 high rollers and then what? 6,994 husbands.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's what they called them. Husbandmen of Lossernach.
They meant like herdsmen,
Whatever.
husbands.
Well,
Every
I-
one of them a husband.
There's another cute little note in this that was so subtle, but I read it. Maybe I ran into this as well, how I just wanted to think of it. But it said that there was a point made that Legolas and Gimli would be together again in this battle.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think they're going to do another competition. Like, I think they are keeping count as they
They
go.
better.
Just screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
47! It's a way to distract yourself.
But what was disappointing about this chapter is that Legolas and Gimli are like NPCs.
Yeah.
Like, I miss the commentary from them. I miss the interaction. I like Aragorn and Gandalf speaking a lot, but like, when did like Imrahil get more vocal than like Gimli? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
who are the main characters?
So
And why are the main characters becoming side characters?
that's a great question, right? It comes to
I
perspective.
don't fuck with that.
It comes to perspective though, right? Because this is fundamentally a story about hobbits. So we're always, when there's a hobbit present, we're always going to get the camera right up on the hobbit, right? Doesn't matter which one, we're always going to see a hobbit in frame. Legolas and Gimli are good for like background stuff. They're good for banter. They're good for filling the gaps.
Comic relief.
Because they're willing to talk to hobbits about stuff they maybe didn't experience personally.
Yeah.
You have to talk about Imrahil. You have to talk about Gandalf. You have to talk about Aragorn and the lieutenant of Beregond, the Mouth of Sauron. You have to talk about these people because they drive the action. But perspective is like a tool that Tolkien wields throughout these books. And especially when you get to battles, the camera gets right up in your face, right?
Yeah.
It's the only reason we know anything about the bigger movements at the Battle of Pelennor, the largest battle we've seen so far, is because they're standing on the top of the battlements of Minas Tirith staring out and they can see things happen and they're describing that. Everything else is this like personal up-faced nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if there's going to be a follow-up chapter to show you the battle, Legolas and Gimli will be a big part of that chapter. But they're just not a big part of the
I hope so, because I
leadership.
just feel like at this point we've taken so long to establish who our main characters are, and now it feels like Tolkien wants me to give a fuck about Prince Imrahil, and I don't.
Well, they're not the leaders of the men here.
Or like the sons of Elrond. I'm like, I don't care. If the next scene was a troll fell and squished the sons of Elrond, I'd be like, move on next.
That's
I
fair.
don't care at all. But like if somebody was like, Gimli got a little hurt, I'd be like, I need to know everything that happened.
That is true.
Because we've spent like 1,000 pages building these relationships. So like my other half of this, my sort of my last note on this chapter, which is like, Tolkien, please make sure you're keeping the main characters. Because I'm kind of getting tired of like new side characters becoming the fucking voice of every chapter.
We got to think about it in terms of like, who are the leaders right now? Like,
I don't think I do.
Gimli and Legolas are not the ones that should be out there making demands of Sauron and Sauron's mouth. You know,
I
it's
disagree
the leaders
completely.
of men, the leaders of their whole
They are
army.
the Fellowship.
They're the Fellowship, but they're not relevant in this moment.
That's the problem, is that they should be relevant. And instead, it actually begins last chapter when they're having the army meetings on the field, but
Yeah, the last
Legolas and
debate.
Gimli are like, we're not invited into these meetings.
We're going to go find our boys.
Instead, it was
it's-
Éomer.
Yeah, and you're
And-
like sitting here being like, what's the harm in inviting the other two warmongering people who are with you?
Also, the only dwarf and elf present.
Yes. Like, why are we treating them less than? And not like Gimli's a war machine and Legolas is infinitely
prince.
stronger, faster, better than every single man on the field.
They're individuals, but they don't have an army to contribute.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think it's perspective.
They were certainly welcomed at Helm's Deep.
That's very
So
true.
if they're welcome at Helm's Deep, why the fuck aren't they welcomed at the next big battle?
I think it's emotionally unsatisfying, but Legolas and Gimli aren't driving Aragorn's story. Imrahil and Éomer are important to hear because they speak for functionally the people who are going to be Aragorn's subjects.
Yeah.
They're building the next step of Aragorn's journey. I would love 3 chapters about one about Gimli, one about Legolas, and one about Legolas and Gimli. That's what I want, like in my heart of hearts.
But I understand what Chris is saying, though. Even though they aren't technically a part of the powers to be that like make decisions, they are still his brothers. Those
Yes.
three hunters have been through hell and back together. You know what I'm saying? It was that trio for the
100%,
longest time.
100%.
They got
And
brought
now-
along as tokens to the treaty, to the parlay, as like to represent dwarves and elves, and then Pippin for the Shire.
And I understand that Aragorn's
Well,
making
everything they went
connections
through-
for his future of his kingdom and him as a king. But he should. I agree with Chris. Honestly, now the more you're talking, like I'm like, that's true. He's kind of leaving them behind, and it's the political right step, but at what cost? I think that
At what
two
cost?
of his truest
Closest
supporters
companions.
and closest companions should have been involved.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point, it's bigger than the relationship between those 3 hunters. I think it's just that, like, at this point, it is us versus them. It is us versus Sauron. And, like, we can only focus on how we can defeat Sauron.
This is an enormous conflict. It's 2,500 years old. Individuals don't matter after a certain point. It's just about the ebb and flow of events. So, yeah, you look at this and you're like, why don't the people I know and love matter in this moment? It's because what is Legolas, even if he kills 300 orcs? What is he going to do? Even if Gimli kills 700 orcs, what did that do? It doesn't drive anything because the conflict has been elevated above individuals.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking Elisar and Gandalf. What do you got?
I don't know. We ditched like 2 main characters.
I just think it's really sweet how emotionally invested you are in Legolas and Gimli.
It's cool.
It's awesome.
the
It's just how much
brotherhood.
you,
You
care
mean
about
like
the
the
bros.
main characters?
Like they're his fellows?
Like I'm emotionally invested in the main characters of this book? It's like you being like, I think it's cute that you care about Pippin. Of course I care about Pippin.
Why?
Like he's one of the main characters. This story is told from a POV. Sauron can live 1,000,000 years and I don't care. I only care about the interactions between the bad guy and our good guys. And if you have told me these are our good guys and it's like our army of 9 set out, then I care about every one of these 9.
You don't care about the bigger picture, whether they
No, I
win
don't
the
fucking
war?
care about the bigger picture.
Okay.
We could fail.
It's
as
the
long
fate
as
of the world.
Who cares? I say this all love because I love this chapter, but I truly believe that like those are some things that are like pretty big gripes that I have with like how the end of book 5. This is the end. Book 5 is over. I don't know what else happens, and I have a feeling book 6 is going to start right back with fucking Sam's and
Most
Frodo's
likely.
story. Imrahil gets like fucking 15 lines throughout this chapter, and Éomer is being brought. I'm like, fuck Éomer. I don't give a shit about Éomer. He's not our guy.
Why
Éomer's a good guy, but he's not our guy.
Well, it's because
he's
it's a
the
meeting-
good guy for another team.
But it's because it's a meeting of the captains of the West, which unfortunately don't involve the dwarves and the elves. Because the elves are leaving and the dwarves are not involved in that
100%.
anymore. So it's all a political thing. And I know I think he's doing the right moves for his kingdom in like the future of the world. But you're right. At the end of the day, it's sad that those two are not included.
Dude, we're legitimately in the last Harry Potter movie, and Ron and Hermione are missing. The sidekicks to our main guy are missing.
Harriman?
And I'm sitting here being like, you want me to give a fuck about Cho Chang right now? I don't give two shits about this character.
You are not wrong even a little bit.
That's annoying.
Like, no. It's emotionally unsatisfying to not see the characters we know, the characters we've been exposed to, that we've been told to
point.
love.
I mean,
You're right.
We're
Back
the
and
three best friends that anyone could have.
There's so much fanfic out there, but you shouldn't read it.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It's mostly just them diddling.
All I could
Is
say.
it Mountains of Shadow and Ice?
It is 100%.
Or what was that, Towers?
All I can say is that I was sitting here waiting for a trio. But what I
Now
should
Chris
have,
can't cut that.
all I can say is I was sitting here waiting for a trio, and what I should have been doing is waiting for a treat.
That's like prom night.
Oh God,
God damn.
what a sad existence.
On that lovely note, Laura, can't wait to see what you're going to feed us or make us drink.
I'm uncomfortable.
My eye got caught in my thumb.
Yeah, you all right there, buddy? Oh, guys, cut. We got to go to the hospital. Well, Laura, what is this?
I hope you're hungry.
I was.
I have made for you Troll's blood soup.
Laura has made 4 tiny gray bowls of gray chunky soup.
So when the troll fell on Pippin after he stabbed it in the vitals, just black blood rained down on him. So my thought was, I need to make a soup that is black, and black bean soup came to mind.
Nice.
This is violence.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, I miss the days of the Fellowship when there was food in every chapter. These chapters, I am straining to find something.
You got to really push
Struggling.
through.
I am just grabbing at
You have
straws.
to use your imagination.
It's tough, guys. This is really hard.
I don't like
Stop poking my soup with a stick.
it. I don't like it.
Put it in your
It
mouth.
looks bloody.
The stick?
The stick or the soup?
Can you imagine if we talked to our wives that way? Put it in your mouth.
Stop sassing.
All right. Well, let's try this black bean soup.
Troll blood soup. You also
it
get the
soup?
smallest spoons known
Oh
to
my
man.
God. It,
And I'm not sure why.
it's like a 1/4 teaspoon cup.
It's a very small cup. I thought it was the right size spoon.
Is this even warm?
Yes, it's
That's
hot.
nice.
It's full of iron.
It's a little spicy.
Don't want
It's spicy
this.
too. Just for Pat.
What is it?
This is delicious, actually.
It's black bean soup.
I'm glad we're all having beans at the end of the evening.
Me too.
What's going to happen when I eat this?
I
What do
actually
you
really
think?
like this.
I am so glad you do.
I'm gonna put it in my Polly Pocket over here.
Better than nature? Never mind.
So I'm just imagining this is exactly what rained down over Pippin as his last conscious sensation.
Spicy black beans.
Yeah.
Warm and chunky, smelling
Warm.
slightly of.
Chunky and
Garlic.
garlicky.
It's honestly, it's really good. I just, again, I'm eating this with a stainless steel spoon out of a flat gray bowl, and this is chunky gray mush.
You're welcome.
I'm here for it.
Normally you leave some beans intact, but I was like, it's got to be blood. It has to be.
It works great.
As thin as possible.
It really conveys Pippin's experience. You know?
Struggle.
The struggle of a person like Pippin.
What? Why are we laughing?
Pat is just having a struggle himself to eat this soup.
Are you having issues over there, babe?
Hates it, Laura.
Are you having an issue?
I want to like it, but it's so visually unappealing that it is violent.
I did actually put a little extra black food coloring in it.
Do you hear this, listeners?
It just makes it grayer.
What's that
duller.
flavor? Bleach?
It's, bleach and ammonia.
If you had a
Mustard
blue
gas.
corn tortilla chip, this would be quite delightful. A little bit of Mexican corn salsa on top.
Oh, yeah. If I had followed the suggested toppings, it would be wonderful. But that's not the vibe I was going for. Wonderful, ain't it?
Wow.
We're in
Laura,
Return of the King.
You succeeded.
Very few treats have been intended to hurt us. This is one of them.
Yeah.
It tastes
There is
good,
no
though.
hope in this soup. There's only despair.
spice.
Only despair.
Spice and despair.
And speaking of despair, we're at the end of this book. We're about to start another book.
Holy shit. Last book.
I'm actually really sad that it's the final book.
It's fucked up.
As much as this story is amazing, this was a perfect chapter through and through, despite the lack of Legolas and Gimli from Chris. I have to say, I'm so excited to go to the next book, but it's also with a bittersweet heart. Like I'm so excited, but I'm also so sad. This is our final book, guys.
We just got like pulled into this whole war. And now, like you said, I'm pretty sure we're just immediately going to switch back to Sam and Frodo.
We're gonna fade to black.
My guess is that the next one we're going to fade from black into
Black.
Sam.
More black.
My guess is that we're going
Okay.
to take Sam's perspective
Nice.
as he wakes from being knocked out, wearing the ring. And we're going to try to find Frodo and see what's going on.
Sweet.
Yep.
Is this the third book that's ended with an unconscious hobbit?
At least the second.
Might be one of the others.
I think book one ends with Frodo.
Frodo.
And then book 3
3 ends with Sam.
Sam.
Oh.
Or no,
Then
book 4
book-
ends with Sam.
Book 4.
4 ends with Sam. Then
And now
book
book 5 ends with Pippin.
So book 6 ends with Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes-
I've
Everyone-
very much been
everyone's
like
unconscious.
paying attention to your guys' reaction to Pippin because like there's, to me, as somebody who does not remember how the fuck this turns out, there's like equal likelihood he's unconscious or he's dead. And
Yeah,
I'm just
100%.
kind of watching you guys to see how I should feel about this.
That being said, Chris, how would you feel if the next chapter was a Gollum POV?
Denethor. It's Denethor POV. Just screaming.
Just fire flames at hand.
Denethor POV, you're surrounded
I'll-
by flames.
Wait, it's a really fucked up Yule
I'll
log.
feel, I'll feel
Fatty Bulger.
frustrated.
We
you
just
know.
go all the way back.
Oh god,
You'd
we're
be
in
really
the
frustrated by
Shire.
Gollum.
I would really like to know how Lobelia's doing.
Okay.
With all her spoons.
Yeah, she's
Amelia
got a
is
lot of
doing great.
spoons
She's
now.
fucked in every room of Bag End. It's hers now. She's
I have
doing
to say,
it.
She got her
Lobelia would
back
be
end.
an amazing Halloween costume.
Would be what?
Lobelia would be an amazing Halloween costume. You're just general hobbit, and you put a shit ton of spoons in your pockets, and you click clack everywhere you go. And people are like, "What's that sound?"
Spoon earrings.
And then you just pull out a spoon, and you have a spoon earring. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I'd be
Spoon
so
necklace.
much fun.
That would be good.
So,
Yeah.
no.
Maybe I'll do that.
You too.
Labelia?
Look, there's only sometimes when you get bushwhacked, there's only one way through.
Is the whack that bush?
You guys, I'm definitely not eating
Listen,
this soup now.
let's talk about this. We are at the end of season.
Where is this going?
No, I'm just kidding. We are halfway through season 3. I want to know what the next chapter is called.
So the next chapter is chapter 1, the first chapter of book 6, and it is called "The Tower of Cirith Ungol."
My boys.
I was right. You were right. We're going back to Frodo and Sam.
It's happening.
Yup. Called it.
It's happening. And with that, that's the end of this chapter. That's the end of book
This
5.
book?
Yeah.
That's
Fuck.
the end of this
What a hell of a
episode.
ride!
Yeah,
Kirith Grundle.
for sure. Gareth Grumble.
Jesus
Pat.
Christ.
You're welcome.
I miss Gimli and Legolas.
Oh my god!
We know.
Justice for Gimli and Legolas.
They had speaking parts like 6 pages ago.
If anyone feels the same as I feel, please leave a comment because I feel alone in this.
Hashtag save Gimli and
my
Legolas.
podcast hosts are not seeing how I feel about this, and I want to feel validated.
That's actually not true. I did say after the more you talked about it, the more I
my
understood your
podcast
perspective.
hosts are not.
Shut up, my podcast.
My podcast.
He's just gonna mute our mics. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is the editor, by the way.
This is the show.
You hear what he wants you to hear.
Oh my god! I want a super cut of one of us saying something insane, and it's you cutting like clearly, jarringly cut words together.
Welcome back to.